Coach, what's that phrase you use? You've never seen a bad win in your entire career?
No, especially against that team. I told you, their record is no indication of the kind of team that they are. And I tell you guys, they play hard. They do a great job. Bud's done a great job of taking the talent that he has and have them execute. They shoot the ball extremely well, from 5 all the way down to the 12th guy on the bench. So they spread you out and they make it really tough. And I thought the thing that they did a really good job of is that every time one of our bigs touched the ball, they had not 1, not 2, but 3 guys around them. So I thought they did about as good a job as you can do on our bigs. And we found other guys that stepped up and was able to, obviously Darius played a great game, and I thought Etuan was really good. And, Drew had a good game in the sense that, we needed him to be a facilitator and do some things, and he and Jameer, I thought, did a great job.
Coach, would you expand more on the way that Darius, I guess, stepped up at the right time for you tonight?
Well, we know that he can shoot the ball, and that's one of the reasons that we brought him in. I thought he did a really good job of using the screens and getting himself open, and then, being, shake action is what we call it, where he's coming behind some of our bigs, rolling to the basket. So he put himself in a good position to catch it and shoot it, and that's one of his strong suits.
Coach, the turnovers tonight, did it almost beat you in the end?
It did, well, because what it does is that it throws your rhythm off early in the game, as I said, and for some reason we just continue to we ended up, doing pretty good with it because, we had doggone 12 or 14 of them in the first half. And so once again, the second half, we lock in. We got to continue to explore why we're doing that in the first half. Because what it does, it take away our rhythm, it take away the flow of the offense, and it's really impossible for you to defend live turnovers, and that's what we've had so many of those tonight that, we can't get back and defend that. You're always running back, and they've always gotten an advantage, a 3-on-2, a 2-on-1, and it's just really difficult to defend that.
Rotations shook up a little bit toward the end of the game. DeMarcus was out until like the last minute and a half or so. Is that a matchup issue? Or
yeah, they played all, they had one big. Really, I don't even know if you can call him a big, but they had basically, all perimeter players out there. And so it's hard for us to play both of our big guys. DeMarcus had played a long stretch of minutes. I don't know what he ended up playing, 35 minutes. So, even setting out that many minutes, he had played quite a few minutes, and so we decided to go with a smaller lineup to be able to chase some of the shooters.
Coach, what was the strategy in defending Dennis Schroeder? It looked like you did a great job of limiting him tonight.
Well, one of the things that he does is that he's really good at driving to the basket and really shooting it without leaving his feet. It's almost like a scoop shot, and we told our guys you got to be prepared, especially our big guys when we got switched on them. When he leaned in, you had to be ready to jump. And I thought AD did a great job. I thought DeMarcus did a great job on him. He's a tough guy. He's really, really quick, and he's very explosive in his first step. But I thought we did about as good a job as you can do on him, really.
Coach, can you keep winning ugly, or do you have to win pretty at some point? Does that make sense?
I don't know if it makes sense. I hope we get ugly as hell, if you want to know the truth. If we continue to win, I don't care. But, obviously, eventually you're going to have to be able to execute and do some things and really get rid of the turnovers. That's the big thing that we've got going right now. Everything else we've been pretty good at. We're moving the basketball. We're getting good shots. I think we've been very unselfish. Once again, we end up with 31 assists. And anytime you get to 30 assists, I think you're doing a great job of moving the basketball. And then we're trying to make adjustments in game. Our bigs have been able to really isolate or post up and do a lot of things, and they took a lot of that away from us.
Yeah, how did it take you guys a little time to adjust that tonight? Was that part?
Yeah, I think so, because I think they were just so aggressive early on that our cuts weren't as precise as they should be, and then we've got to also get outlets for the big guys when they're being doubled, and I thought we did that in the in the second half, but struggled with it a little bit in the first half.
But you look like you were really happy to get, what was it like to get Rajon on the floor and then have him get a basket and assist on his first 2 possessions?
Well, I mean, we want him out there, and obviously he's going to be an integral part of what we're trying to do. And you can see just in the few minutes that he played that he can do a lot of things, and from a standpoint of keeping us organized and putting us in certain situations, I think he's going to be really good at that.